Hi guys, this is Vaish. Hope your preparations are going fine, whichever batch you are, 2020, 21, 22, or maybe the upcoming years. This video is for the 2020 students who are in the last phase of preparation, but the other students also can watch so that you will know like what are the books which can be kept aside during your final days of preparation, or like what is that it's like a must do towards the day of exam. Okay, so if you do that earlier, it will be much good for you. So that kind of things will be discussed here, and I've put like August 15 to October 3, the 50 days where YCIA students can revise the test which is already given to them. Okay, 63 tests and 200 plus revision charts are given. So if you do that effectively in 50 days, taking at least I think 2 tests a day, that's how I have designed the timetable, 50-day timetable, 2 tests plus maybe 25 MCQs of previous year paper. Okay, that's how the structure will be for 50 days. So if you do that way, you will complete all my tests also, and you will complete the 100% syllabus also. But this is only, as I told, not to start from scratch. Okay, like if you have not studied anything till now and then going to start, it's not possible. But for the revision sake. No, so what to do, what not to do, all those things will be explained here. So watch till the end. This will be useful for you. Okay, whichever batch you are. And whoever is seeing this channel for the first time, if you want to know, like Vaishais is giving test series, prelims tests in the form of PDF, soft copy PDF. So if you want to see a sample, you can just come and email. You can email to vaishupsc@gmail.com. The code is free April 20. Okay, if you send this simply to this email ID, we'll give you the April 2020, one of the latest current affair PDF to you. So you will get an idea like how the test is designed, okay, and how it is different from other institutes, current affair magazines, and all those things. And this will be sufficient, and this will be better than all the other institutes. That is what we guarantee to you. So you can have a look by simply sending a mail. Now, the disclaimer before we start this video: this is only for students who did lot of studies in the last 1 year, or maybe at least 9 months or 8 months. You have been studying from various sources, all the textbook you have read at least once, and you have done enough preparation, and now you are looking for revision. Okay, and you are like thinking like you forgot everything, you don't remember the polity concept, economic concept. Now how to quickly revise or what to prioritize. Okay, because I have been talking to students on phone in the last few days, 2020 students, and they have been giving me suggestions, and based on all those questions only this video is being made. So what to do and what not to do. First thing is stop or minimize the newspaper reading. Okay, because newspaper, whatever you read, the editorial and stuff, those is actually important for your mains, so that you get content, you get good lines, you get good sentences, your English will improve. Okay, that is for mains. So now, because we are assuming that October the prelims will happen, these 2 months, okay, maybe August and September, if you don't read the newspaper also, it is fine. You can catch that up later after your prelims. Okay, in case you clear prelims or fail prelims, whatever, you can catch up those, okay, through tests which like we provide, or any magazine, or there are a lot of videos already doing editorials in YouTube. Okay, many channels are doing, so it's not a big thing to catch up 2 months of current affairs. So just keep it on halt, or even if you are like a person who is addicted to newspaper reading, still do it for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes and then quickly wind it up. Okay, don't do more than that. Don't do that 1 hour of newspaper reading and all. It's like you don't have the time now. You have to spend at least 10 hours. Okay, working aspirants or other full-time aspirants, at least 9 to 10 hours you have to spend it. Okay, how you will manage, that's up to you. A full-time aspirant will obviously have it, but working aspirant, you have to, maybe there are people who take leave in the final days from job, or maybe they take half day or whatever they do, but you have to find out 8 to 10 hours every day to study from now on. Okay, only then you will be among the competition. Else also you can study, but if you have to have that confidence that you will be among the top students, you have to start giving 8 to 10 hours in the next few days. Okay, then stop the mains preparation. Okay, like in bracket I have told except test if any. Why? Because there are students who are doing mains test series also in parallel. Even Vaishais, there is a 2020 mini test series which is going on. It will go till August 3rd or August 4th week. Okay, so it's like, I think almost it's halfway, it's crossed halfway. Even this Saturday they are writing a test. So that is going on. So that students, I'm working with another plan also with them, so that they can halt it and they can restart it after the prelims or something. I'm working on a plan now, but as of now it is there. So except those tests which you take weekly or something, don't do any mains preparation. Don't study world history, don't study post-independence India, or whatever is not required for prelims. Please don't study. Okay, stop mains preparation. Like newspaper you're stopping, just stop it as of now. You can continue later. Then stop, minimize Rajya Sabha TV. This is also the same thing. Like I in my timetable which I have given to you people, there will be like 30 minutes or 1 hour I have kept it for Rajya Sabha TV and making notes out of it. This one you can watch out of interest. Like even I listen to it daily when I go to bed actually. Okay, you can follow that when you are going, your entire day is over, you're going to bed, you're sleeping, just keep that video on and put the headphone and sleep with that itself. Okay, because I also do that. So when I do that, at least the content I get, because in the first 15-20 minutes, maybe after that you will sleep off. Also the video length is maximum 29 minutes or 30 minutes. So you can do that as a closing note of your day, because this is again not important for your prelims. It is for knowing the concept thoroughly for mains. So Rajya Sabha TV, if it is like too much, like you are now addicted, because anybody who starts watching it will get addicted. Okay, so if you are addicted to it, do it at the last. It's not a priority now for 2 months. Have a day study schedule. So day in the sense, because your exam October 4, you have to take it like morning 9 to 11 and then 2 to 4. Okay, that is how you will do. You have to be awake, or you have to be active during the daytime. Okay, now even though many students prefer studying in the night time, and you will be comfortable because there is no noise, there is no disturbance, nobody will WhatsApp, nobody will message, it is good. But now at least try to change your sleep cycle, and your brain should be more active during the daytime. Okay, meaning morning 9 to evening 4, your brain should be fully active. So your eating habit, health habit, sleeping habit, everything change accordingly, so that, because else all of a sudden you will have to change. Okay, meaning till October 1, if you are studying full night, and then October 2 and 3 suddenly you start waking up on the day, your brain will not respond with the full potential. Okay, because the brain works like that. So please see to that slowly you change your schedule, and now daytime your brain is more efficient. Okay, more active. That is why my timetable also today, which I will tell, will be like that. Okay, you have to do 2 tests in the daytime. Okay, 4 hours I am giving for each test. You have to do it. Sleep and wake up on the same time. This again is a continuation of that. Okay, please don't keep changing it. Like today you see a movie and then till 3 a.m. you are awake, and next day you are like sleeping by 8 p.m. Don't do that. At least for next 2 months, be disciplined. Okay, because this will all add up to your result. I'm seriously telling you, you people who have a discipline have a higher chance of clearing the cutoff. Okay, it's not about knowledge. It's about keeping your brain active in the exam hall for 2 hours. Now don't sit with the same book for many days, because this is what coaching institutes tell. They tell like, okay, 50 days are there, 20 days do Lakshmikant, 20 days do Spectrum, 20 days do previous year paper. This is the most foolish advice which every coaching institute give, and that is why they have no results since the last many years. Okay, nobody from any coaching institute is clearing prelims. I guarantee you that. Whichever photograph which you see, okay, even now when the result came, they are showing photograph. These are people who went to that institute for doing the interview coaching alone. Okay, interview, one mock session they took. They would have paid some fees and they are taking a mock session, and they will put a photograph proudly telling like, this is our student. That student cleared prelims by his own merit. Okay, his own studies which he did alone in his hometown, or with his friends, or online channels like Vaishayas. Okay, these are the students, but we ourselves cannot go and track who are these people. Okay, because there are millions of people. If you take my Spectrum, there are lakhs of views per channel. Okay, it's not like not even one person would have cleared UPSC till now, but we cannot go and track them. Okay, we don't collect photographs for just watching our video, but institutions do that, and so understand that. Okay, don't listen blindly to any coaching institute just because they have a photograph of a candidate. This is how you identify. Okay, I'm just telling you, because students misunderstand that, especially the new students. They think that these students whose photo is there, they have been studying prelims, mains, everything from that institute. It's not like that. Okay. Now, learning the art of elimination and clearing prelims. This is one thing which 99% of the aspirants don't know. Okay, everybody who are preparing for this think that they have completed their preparation because they did Lakshmikant or Spectrum. It is not about that. If you take a previous year paper and if you cannot solve the questions, that means you have done zero preparation. Okay, there is no merit in telling that I have done Spectrum. Okay, Spectrum can be done by anyone. Okay, if I have a 10th standard student here, I can make him do within 1 week time. I can make him study the entire Spectrum. But if he has to do the UPSC paper, he will not clear it, because he has no idea of how UPSC questions has to be solved. Decide minimum books, notes, or test to study. Okay, minimum books means, as I'll tell you in the next slide, a very detailed slide I have made for you, where I'll tell you which is priority and which is not priority. Okay, prioritize subject in order. So that's what I'm going to show you. This is a very important picture. I'll post this picture also in my Facebook and my YouTube community tab. You will rightly know what is less priority and what is high priority. Okay, and by less priority, I does not mean it is like has to be skipped completely. This you should have ideally done it, but now towards the last 50 days, if you don't do it also, or if you keep it for last, it is fine. Okay, because questions come very less from that section. So let's see one by one. Less priority. All mains related studies, as I told, less priority or no priority as of now. And obviously right side it will be all prelims related topics. Current affairs is very important. 2017 to 18 May month. Okay, that is at least how much? 2 years before your prelims date. That is okay if you have done, very good. But if you have not done also, don't worry about it. Okay, there are students who do this, and it's sometimes important because 2 questions may come. 1 or 2 questions every year is now coming from older current affair. But the 2018 June to 2020 July, okay, or even August, you can do that. September it's not required, because if they have made the question paper, it would be already frozen. Okay, ideally I think before May 31 itself they would have decided the question paper, but because now prelims got shifted, they would just tweak some 5 to 10 questions just to add some more current affair. That's what they will do. So if it's okay if you don't do September or August, but June, July you can add to your preparation. Okay. And in this also, the highest priority is the last 1 year. Okay, meaning 2019 January to this date. Okay, this 2018 June onwards you need not start if you have not started. 2019 January onwards at least you should try to do it. International relation, which is for GS2 mains, where you like detailedly study India, China, India, Israel. Those things you don't have to know in detail now. You have to know the prelims fact. Okay, so prelims fact, how you will know? By studying the international bodies and summit. Okay, there are like groupings are happening, like Russia, India, China have some grouping is there, or Quad grouping is there, where USA, Japan, India, Australia, they are grouping, or SAARC summit is happening, or G20 summit is happening. So when you study those summits and environmental treaties and all those things where countries are coming together, those facts are more important for your prelims. Okay, not the relationship which they maintain or the big MOUs which they sign between the countries. Okay, you have to know the or maybe defense deals. Okay, maybe they give a massive following, like this aircraft or this spaceship or something is like two countries are coordinating with each other, so that becomes important for you for prelims. Okay, they will exactly pick up that thing and ask, like, this was in news related to which two countries, or maybe India and which country, like that they will ask. And there are plenty of such questions in my test also. Okay, then science theory and NCERT, if you have not done also, because there are people or there are coaching institutes who tell like go and do 6 to 10 standard science textbook. Okay, they are the biggest liars, I would tell. You don't need to do that. If you take any previous year paper, nothing comes from those textbook, and nothing literally comes from that textbook. Science, whatever comes is from current affair. Okay, but basics you should know, at least very basic, like a litmus test, or maybe electromagnetic spectrum, like the WIBGYOR and the UV rays and the infrared rays. Okay, heat, earth heat budget. So these kind of very current, which comes in current affair. Okay, that kind of thing, gamma rays, X-rays, infrared rays, these are the things which comes in the news. But you don't have to do all the basic theory of science. Okay, you will study and waste your time. Nothing is coming in the exam. Even if it comes, one question will come. For the 2 marks, don't waste your time. But science current affair you have to do. Okay, any invention is there, any new medicine is there, any vaccine is there, or any research is going on, like human genome project is there, anything which is in the news. Okay, scientific invention, discovery, technology. Okay, like 3G, 4G, 5G, or the okay, these kind of things. You take the previous year paper, you will understand. I'm not getting examples, but I hope you understood the point. Everything which comes in news is important for science. Corona related, lot of things are there. Even in our magazines which we give for current affair, we are keeping at least, I think, 5 pages at least for updates about corona only. Okay, because there are many things happening. Countries are coordinating, new vaccine, human trials are going on. But you don't have to know that daily thing for your prelims. I don't think they will ask such questions. Okay, because it's a temporary phase of this whole world. It's not a main thing. But the summary of the things which you have to study, that is important. So corona summary, in the sense, you should know like at least what is there. Okay, like whether a vaccine is already ready, or which countries are looking for human trial. Okay, a general overview. You don't have to do this daily death count or daily whatever news comes. Okay, because entire news is filled with that. So summary, you should know an overview. Okay, I don't think still a question will come on prelims, but still you have to know it. Economic survey and economic current affair. Economic survey, if you skip also, it's okay. Okay, because maximum one question will come in prelims. That also will be like trend related, like fiscal deficit is steadily decreasing or steadily increasing in the last decade, or maybe something like that. Okay, so that question, if you skip in the exam also 2 marks, it's okay for you. But economics current affair is very important. I remember a few days back when I posted a post in my YouTube, I put like at least 70% or 80% of the questions will come from current affair. So some people who are immature and think they know better than us, they come and comment like this person don't know anything. Most of the questions come from economics. Okay, like 40% comes from economics. You have to understand that it's not coming from economics, it's coming from economics current affair. Okay, so when I tell current affair 70 to 80% question, it will be including the subject current affair also. It's not like any event which happens. Okay, economics current affair, history current affair, geography current affair. Okay, everything current affairs are there. So that from that questions will come. That is what we mean by 70 to 80% questions come from current affair. And examples of economics current affair, it is like you can say this UPI, BHIM, GST, NPA crisis. Okay, any that kind of money related thing. RBI introduces some scheme. Okay, or the trend in repo rate. Okay, but they don't ask you the demand supply. They don't ask you the economic core, maybe Adam Smith or any personality. They don't ask that. Okay, they have not asked in the last 5 years or 10 years. Now, if they ask it, it will be something new. Meaning they are going back to the 90s trend in which they used to ask every core theory of economics. Last 5 to 8 years, there is nothing coming like that of theory. Okay. Polity, again NCERT, maximum one question will come from the NCERT part. Okay, very rarely it comes, but from Lakshmikant at least 18 to 20 questions will come, and it is coming every year. Okay, and they are making it very weird also through very difficult options. So polity Lakshmikant is important for you, and you have to do it as high priority. Now history, ancient, medieval, art and culture together, the number of questions will be lesser than the questions which comes for modern history alone. So from that itself you will understand the weightage. Okay, so if you are thinking like you are going to spend 5 days for ancient history or R.S. Sharma, Nitin Singhania, you are doing something foolishness. Okay, in the last 50 days you have to do priority modern history, because from that again at least 12 questions will come. Okay, at least you take last 5 years question paper, at least 12 questions are coming, and that too very straightforward questions are coming. Subsidiary alliance, or any 1857 revolt related thing, or maybe a personality like Dadabhai Nauroji, or their books, or some organizations, or INC president. They are asking very basic things which you can find it in one single textbook, okay, of spectrum alone. So if you have done that, just revise that alone through some good test series. Okay, but ancient plus medieval plus art and culture together, it comes maybe less than 10 questions. Okay, less than 8 questions I think nowadays. Medieval only 1 or 2 questions come, that too how much ever you study you still can't solve it. That kind of questions are coming. Okay, and one more thing, now you will think like, when I told history current affair, what do you mean by that? Last year or previous year I think a question came, a 4 statement question, where they were asking like between Tyagaraja and some other person, and they were like made up a 4 statement, like one composes bhajans on Ram, one on Krishna, and one is like contemporary, one is contemporary to Akbar, something they made up. Okay, and you thought like it is picked up from any textbook, but it is not. It actually, in Hindu, a big article came on Tyagaraja because of his some anniversary. I don't remember which year, 400 or 600 or how many ever years that anniversary happened, and because of that question was picked up. So again, UPSC is going towards current affair. They are not asking something from your textbook. Okay, so whenever you see a news item, go and study the static part of that also, not just the news item, like this much years completed. You have to know that person, what he was, whether he was a Bhakti movement leader, whether he was a revolutionary or a revolt person. So that current affair of the, static part of the current affair you have to know. Okay, that is how you prioritize in the last 50 days. If you have done this the entire year, I would not have had to tell all these things, but people don't know that. That's why I'm telling at least the last 50 days, prioritize like this. Now, static, core, economics and geography. Again, as I told, core things are not coming. Like in geography, they won't ask you about volcano or tsunami or plains, plateaus, Himalayas, whatever you sit and study full year from NCERTs, nothing is coming in the exam. Okay, it can come, but 1 question or 2 questions will come. But more questions will come from the current affair. Okay, that is from agriculture, that is from irrigation, soil, or something which is in news. Maybe some scheme is there related to that. Okay, schemes are very important. 2016, at least 25 questions of 100 came from the schemes alone. You can go and cross check it. Okay, every question was asked. Stand Up India, Startup India, Mudra, then Awas Yojana, whatever scheme was there that year, everything was asked in 2016. So they can repeat the trend again. So you have to know all the soil related schemes, farmers related schemes, any like solar pump or environment related schemes. Those things are in priority. Food processing sector. Okay, so that is what is coming as per the trend. Environment, again, core theory, like the definitions, that is what coaching institutes teach you, or Shankarayya's book teach you. Okay, like ecology or environment or biosphere. These things are not asked these days. Nowadays they are asking any animal or any sanctuary which is in news. Okay, like maybe one animal is shifted from somewhere to somewhere, or some animal is like extinct or going to get extinct, or some protection program is there, like project crocodile or project something is there in news. Then those things are asked. Okay, so again it is current affair. That's why I'm telling 70 to 80% of your paper will be current affairs. Okay, other than this there are many other things also, like international reports. Okay, that and all will come in this thing, international bodies itself. Okay, each body which they give a report every year, maybe it's related to poverty, hunger or anything, that is important. Then previous year paper you have to do it from 1995, but again as I told, in the last 50 days at least see to it that you do 2013 to 19 thoroughly, all the 100 questions with the options, meaning the 4 options, not only the right answer, the 3 wrong options also, whatever it is, you have to know the at least 2 lines about that option, because UPSC has that habit of picking up the wrong option of 1 year and making a question based on that in the next year. Okay, so they will ask it, but students don't really take it seriously. But I have showed you numerous examples in my previous videos, okay, where the wrong option of 1 is right answer of the next year. So please study including options. Okay, so 100 MCQs means it's 400 topics, okay, including the 4 options. Then test series, everybody are like going and getting this unwanted Telegram group somewhere they join, and they get at least 5-6 coaching institutes test series nowadays for free. These things you will take a trend, and I am guaranteeing you that nothing from them are coming in the exam. Okay, you can go and cross check, and you can prove me wrong if you want, but you will not even find one single MCQ which came from their test series in the exams in the last 3 to 4 years. Okay, that is why we started designing new UPSC oriented test series. Okay, and from our at least 40 to 50 questions are coming in the exam. So I'm not telling by Vaishya's test series, but at least also it's too late now. Okay, so you go and enroll or choose at least one from this brands itself. If you have 6 ones, choose one which you feel is good. Okay, one which you feel it's like reflecting in the question paper. And how you will know which is good or bad? By doing the previous year paper. When you do the previous year paper, you will know, okay, this is exactly same kind of question I saw in this particular institute's material. So then choose that and do only that. If you sit with 6 institutes, you are not going to complete. In the last 50 days, you will simply confuse yourself and you will not complete anything. Okay, so choose one test series, one good test series, and complete that sincerely and thoroughly. Okay, sincerely means you should be like by heart. You should know everything about that topic. And maps, okay, maps daily 15 to 30 minutes, and you don't have to buy a big Oxford atlas or something. Simply go and look the different sections. Okay, like South China Sea, what are the countries there, or India and its boundaries, what are the countries there. Then go to the left side, like Israel, or now this Lebanon issue happened, so there the countries which are there, okay, which is opening up to the Mediterranean Sea, or the African countries. Or at least take this one, like what all are passing through Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, international standard, that date line. These are things which is important, because how much ever you study and go, UPSC invent new questions in maps every year. Last year the question was like, which is the country, which is the city which passes through the same longitude as Delhi. Okay, like if you take a map, Delhi is there somewhere, suppose this first dot, they're asking which city will lie in the same line as this thing. Okay, and they give example like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nagpur, Patna, something they gave. Okay, so everything was very near, like not even a degree difference was there. It's like minutes difference. If you know degree and minutes, that's how longitude is measured. So it was not even a degree difference. It was very close by everything. And the answer was, I think, Bangalore. Okay, Bangalore and Delhi is almost in the same line. Okay, so that you will not study this if you go and look an Oxford Atlas or something, because these are invented questions every year. So expect such a question, and it's 2 marks for you. So if you go and check the map every day, different areas, maybe you will have an overall idea, and that will help you solve the question in the exam hall. So this picture is going to be your key if you have to clear this exam. Okay, and you can subscribe to this channel, again YouTube, lot of free videos are there of almost every subject, and then email and WhatsApp is given here. Okay, now the main thing, the timetable which I have made for you. Okay, and one more thing, this 10 lakh aspirants, 5 lakh aspirants, which even I tell in everywhere, these are the number of people who apply. Okay, but these are not the people who have any chance to clear this exam. The chance to clear this exam is only for 50,000 people in this full country, meaning remaining 9,50,000 people are simply filling the form out of the excitement which they have. Okay, like I want to be an IAS, I want to be an IPS, that excitement they have, and they even go and join coaching institute, they study some Lakshmikant or modern history also, but they will not clear this exam. Why? Because they have no idea about what is UPSC. Okay, these are the people who will be failing, and out of this 50,000 also, only 9,000 will clear this exam. Okay, only 9,000, because that is the count which they take every year, and then they will write the mains, and in mains 2,000 people will come out, and those 2,000 people will go for interview, and finally yesterday you saw 870 some people were in the final list. Out of that also, if you are lucky, the top 100 you will get the IAS. Okay, now again, don't come and argue that one person is 400th rank, he got IAS. He got IAS because nobody selected the cadre, or he's not part of the other caste. Okay, his caste, if suppose he's an SC and he is a backward region, something he selected, he will get IAS even he's a 600th rank, because nobody else selected that area. Okay, so it's not a fixed cutoff like this much rank, this much IAS. Okay, so don't argue on unwanted things in the comment section. Then, as I told, cracking UPSC is different, studying UPSC is different. Okay, everybody will know Lakshmikant and Spectrum, but you cannot solve MCQ unless you have been doing all the previous year paper and one good test series. Okay, so please do that. Now, how to revise? How to revise is for now, others can stop watching this video. Now, for Vaishya student who have the test with them, okay, 63 test and the revision charts and all those things, how to quickly do that? Meaning you have already seen the questions and answers, you know it, but you want to quickly by heart it. So, I'll give you a 50-day timetable, okay, only to revise, okay, the test and charts in 50 days, full syllabus completion, obviously you know how it is designed. And this was Vaishya is regular student. Regular means not like today morning you come and tell I want all the test and you buy it and go. I have no guarantee. I cannot commit like you will finish this exam, this portions in 50 days. Okay, because it's not possible. If it was possible in 50 days for everyone, anybody would have cleared this exam. So how to do this 50 days? I have made a timetable for you. Again, I keep doing this, at least I think 6 versions of timetable was made in last 365 days for this batch. So this one again, what I'm expecting you to do is, every day 2 tests, that is 2 full tests, okay, which you should ideally, if you have done, that's what I'm saying, if you have done this, doing 100 MCQs in 4 hours is not a big thing, okay, meaning 1 hour 25 MCQs, 1 hour 25 MCQs, you have to just by heart, because you have already done these tests which is given to you, okay. So others don't come and ask like I got the test today only, I am not able to do even 10 MCQs in 1 hour. You cannot do. That is understood. You cannot do. I am telling for those students who have this test with them already, they have read it already, now you are revising. So 25 MCQs 1 hour, so 100 MCQs in 4 hours. So like that 4 plus 4, 8 hours, you have to do 2 tests in a day, and then see total 10 hours I have put, okay, 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1. So 2 tests and then 25 MCQs of a previous year question. So 225 MCQs, I am expecting you to revise every day. Revise. Okay, you cannot study. I am again repeating, you cannot study. So 2 tests and 1 thing. And between 1 hour, I put revision charts. Okay, this is the entire 200 revision charts plus snippet card. Okay. History, 80 revision charts are there. So that you have to do separately. And then 15, you can pick anyone. Okay, because all others are very easier. Polity, economy, environment are very easy. History is very factual. So you need to spend dedicated time for that. That's why it's made like this. And see, a lot of buffer plays are there. Okay, so this buffer for 4 hours is for, suppose you do not complete anything here, maybe some 80 MCQs are pending here, do that on this buffer day. Okay, so like that, everywhere I put buffer, and in enough and more buffers. I think at least 4 hours like this, if you calculate, I think for 50 days, 200 hours are there for buffer itself. Okay. So this is going to be a very strict timetable, meaning I don't want you to do anything else in life for the next 50 days. Okay, forget your friends, forget your family, sit and study for 50 days. You will clear this exam if you follow like this. Okay, not study, revise, I'm telling. So if you see here, current affairs are included, spectrum, polity, that is in this month, August 15th on. And if you're seeing this video today, from today you can start. So you'll get 9 extra days also. Okay, so 9 extra days you can do wonders. If you do 2 tests a day, 18 tests will get completed in 9 days. So you will get that much extra time. And then September 1 onwards, you will be doing the important ones like economics, science, environment. And every day I'm putting a full test also. Full test means all the subjects are mixed here. Okay, and see, if you see previous year paper, it's going like this. And here I have not put revision charts. It's a buffer again. So you can decide what to do. If something is pending here, use that here. If it's revision chart, do that here. It's up to you. So again, 1 hour like this every day. So 17 hours are like that buffer. And previous paper like this, if you go, obviously you cannot reach till 1995. In 50 days, you cannot do it this pace, you cannot reach it. So if you see by October 3, you will reach till 2009. So 2009 to 19, that is 10 years paper, 11 years paper, you will be doing in this schedule. And that is more than enough. Okay, 25 MCQs, do like that. And all the tests which I have given you, 63 tests, that will be covered in this schedule. Okay, and I have purposely put the art and culture and this whatever I told less priority at the last, or whichever things I believe that you will forget. Okay, that things I put at the last. Because art and culture you study at the starting itself, then at the end again you will forget. So better you do towards the exam date. Okay, October 4 Sunday is your exam. So towards the exam date, just do it. Okay, like 200 MCQs of R.S. Sharma, 200 MCQs of Satish Chandra, 200 MCQs of art and culture. Everything is given to you. Every Vaishya student has this with them. And I am sure that if you study this way, you are going to clear this exam. Okay, but you should be in a way that you know every question by heart. It's not like you study and then you take it very lightly, you don't remember, then it won't work. Okay, so this is the quick timetable. This I'll be giving to all my students. If you use it, it's good for you. If you don't use it also, I don't mind. And non-Vaishya student, if you are thinking like, why are you giving this kind of thing? What will I do with this? You can replace with your own institute test series or institute subject or whatever notes. Instead of history, this thing, read the history textbook. It's up to you. Okay, this only for our students. Now going back to this thing. So next video will be made for 2020 batch. That is by September mid I will be making, that is towards the exam date, because maybe sometimes if the exam get postponed, I will have to change the strategy. But as of now, September mid I will do how to effectively use the 2 hours in the exam hall. Okay, like which to skip or how to get the cutoff easily. Okay, that's trick which many people don't tell you, that I will tell you how to get that 55 questions right in the exam hall, or which one to select. There are 2 statement type question, there are ABCD type question, there are 4 statement type question. So how to prioritize that? Okay, that, and how will you use that rough paper which you have at the end? There are many tricks, elimination techniques. So that already there are videos, but I'll tell a consolidated video by September mid. So that is the plan for 2020. So please subscribe. Okay, anybody who is watching for the first time, subscribe this so that I don't have to inform you like one video is out. Okay, you will automatically know when you're subscribed. 2021 batch, the mains batch 1 and batch 2 both are closed now. Okay, I will not be taking more papers because it's more than the number which I can sit and correct. So mains is closed, but prelims is still open. You can come and enroll prelims test series for 1 year. Okay, like Imagine like I'm making a 50-day timetable and making my 2020 students, and you get a 300-day timetable. Imagine what all good things you can do with that. So try to enroll if you are a very serious aspirant. You will get a complete package of 75 tests and 250 revision charts. You can complete your entire syllabus. All the discounts which was there, everything is ending, which I'll show you summary again. In this picture which you see, whatever you see in this 2 columns, this combo and this mains is closed. No more enrollment. Okay, I told 30 seats, but it crossed more than 100 seats in the first few days itself. So I cannot correct more than this. So this is over. But prelims till August 10th, you can get it this price. After that, you will get the original price, but enrollment will continue. For 1 full year, enrollment will continue. Okay. So that's about the 2021 packages. And again, sample test, as I told, come and email now itself and decide whether you want to study this or how you want to do it. And any others, come and WhatsApp me. A free guidance video will be given, like how to start studying, how to choose an optional, how to make notes, how to read newspaper. For everything, free videos are there. I'll give you the video links for that. Okay, so this channel is only for the most serious aspirants, as I always tell. So if you are not interested, please don't subscribe, okay, because it will not be helpful. You are doing some other exams and simply watching this, it will not be helpful, because I talk only about UPSC exam on this channel. Okay, so study well, it's going to be good. And 2020 students, I'll give you a call. Okay, everyone who is interested, come and WhatsApp me. Only our students who have a test series, you can message me. I'll give you a call. Okay, we can discuss your progress and how to revise and any other doubts which I did not answer in this video. We'll cover it for you. Okay. And again, about the channel, one more doubt which students asked is like this join button. What is this for? This join button is actually just a feature which got unlocked. When our channel is growing, we get a membership kind of thing where you can join, and I've kept the lowest price. Okay, like we can set it like 150, 260, 600, any big price we can keep, but YouTube allows us the minimum to 29. So I put the least thing. I cannot reduce it more below this. Okay, only thing is you will get a loyalty badge like this, silver, bronze, gold and all. And what will happen is your comments will be highlighted more and I can see it here. Okay, because we get hundreds of comments every day. So the first month you will get bronze, next month silver. So monthly you will be upgraded to our premium members, and then you will your comments will be highlighted. Okay, so we can reply them on priority basis, and others can also see like you are a loyal member to this channel. Okay, you are a very serious aspirant. So like this, more join buttons I'm going to include with more and more features. Maybe like members will get a free video, members will get a free test, or like that I will put different join button. As of now, only one is there. You just click on this and they will ask you for, I think, card payment details. So we cannot control this. Okay, this is not in our hand. This is just a feature which is of YouTube, and we have just unlocked it and we have kept it open. So if you want to join that, you can do it. So videos, again, go and watch. All these are free videos. It will help you for your preparation. I'll come up with the next video soon. Till then, enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.